For the love of the game. That's what it's all about, they say. But for those of us who are Division III student athletes, it's more than that, a lot more.
Sure, the game is important, but as we work so hard to build both mind and body, it's more about team and the schools and communities we represent.
And for the many of us blessed with the strength to compete in sport at the college level, we understand that, with what we were given, comes a special obligation.
An obligation not merely to work towards a personal best in the classroom or in the sport we love, but rather an obligation to help those who have their own special needs and whose love for the game is no less intense.
That is why NCAA Division III teamed up with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics athletes, victory belongs not only to those who first cross the line, but to all of those who compete and endure.
They are challenged in ways we cannot imagine. They are survivors who test themselves harder and with greater joy than we will ever know.
Since August of 2011, we and others from Division III campus communities have volunteered more than 250,000 hours, time away from the classroom and practice field, reaching across the country to coach and mentor Special Olympics athletes.
And to learn, as we all do, that in giving we receive so much more in return.
Sport ennobles us, and in giving the gift of sport to those for whom it seemed an impossible dream, we are working to make this a better world.
Help us keep that dream alive.
Be part of it.
Get involved.
You can make a difference.
And welcome back to Peoples Bank Park here in York, Pennsylvania, home of the York Revolution for the 2018 Mid-Atlantic Regional in Division III. Misericordia, the 5 seed, playing the top-seeded Rowan Profs. On the mound for Misericordia will be number 12, Ian McCole. He'll face the following lineup from Rowan. Leading off the shortstop, number 3, Dylan Mendel. Batting second and playing second base, number 5, Alex Kokis. Hitting third, the first baseman, number 17, Anthony Harold. Hitting cleanup, the left fielder, number 1, Monty Strickland. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, number 24, Sean Lyden. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 11, Kyle Gola. Hitting seventh and catching, number 13, Steve Hiwa. Hitting eighth, number 44, the third baseman, Justin Provost. And batting ninth in center field, number 25, Danny Shane. Mendel will lead it off here for Rowan.
Mendel was 2 for 5 in yesterday's win over Castleton, had 3 runs knocked in, a bases clearing double.
First pitch over for a strike for McCole. Gets ahead 0-1 here on Mendel. That one misses. It's now 1-1. Mendel hits that one in the air out towards right field. Circling towards the line, and in is Weisenzi, and he puts it away for the first out.
McCole this season 7-1, 3.42 ERA, 50 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts. Batters hitting .273 against him this season.
Kokis will step in now. The second baseman.
0 for 5 in yesterday's win over Castleton.
That pitch just misses for a ball. Rowan going with the exact same lineup, save for the starting pitcher, as last night. Kokis fouls that one away. Swing and a miss by Kokis.
Big cut there by Kokis on the 1-1 pitch, now 1-2.
That one misses high and away. Popped up in the air, the catcher circling back. And Connor Smith puts it away in foul territory for the out. 2 outs now, 2 up, 2 down for McCole. Not only is Rowan going with the same lineup as yesterday, so is Misericordia. I guess it worked yesterday. Let's stick with what's working. But also at this point, a lot of these teams, you know, they've got their lineup already figured out. They know who their best 9 are. Swung on and fouled away.
Harold 0 for 4 last night.
That one misses wide. Misses again to Harold. 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1 now. McCole falls behind Harold. Bounced out to Holzefeld at first base, steps on the bag. And 3 up, 3 down for McCole in the top of the first. Pitching for the Profs will be number 23, Dan Serino. He's going to face the following lineup from Misericordia. The third baseman, number 6, will lead off Kenny Jarima. Hitting second and playing center field, number 7, Parker Abate. Hitting third, the first baseman, number 38, Tyler Holzefeld. Hitting cleanup and playing second base, number 8, Alec Iorado. Hitting fifth and playing right field, number 17, Steve Weisensee. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, number 24, Santo Ginta. Batting seventh and catching, number 2, Connor Smith. In the 8-hole, the left fielder, number 14, Sean Lyons. And batting ninth, number 9, the shortstop, Sean Boylan.
They'll face Danny Serino, 7-2, a 1.02 ERA, 70 and a third innings pitched, 81 strikeouts. Batters hitting just 126 against him this season.
Both of these teams in the winner's bracket after winning their games yesterday. Rowan picked up a 9-0 win over Castleton. And Misericordia was a 4-1 winner over Virginia Wesleyan. So neither of these teams have lost a game yet, looking to stay in that winner's bracket. And I know we mentioned last game that both Misericordia and Rowan got solid starting pitching performances last night, so their bullpens remain relatively fresh even after the win. Drake Cook for Misericordia took a no-hitter into the start of the 7th. And for Rowan, Drew Ryback pitched 7 strong innings for them as well. And Kenny Jarema will lead it off, third baseman. Left-handed hitter. Serino, a right-hander. That one misses low, ball 1. Outside corner, 1-1 the count.
Was pitched in the corner there by Serino. Jarema wanted to get a good look and give a good look at these pitches for his teammates as the leadoff hitter.
Upstairs for a ball. 3-0 the count. Lifted in the air, out to left field, chasing Strickland back. He catches it running away from the infield.
We've talked about it now for 5 games. This wind is playing havoc, especially today in the 2+ games we've had so far. The wind is just pushing very, very heavily towards the left side of this field. And you saw it there with Strickland. Typically, he wouldn't have had to move too many steps there. And now all of a sudden he's running towards the left field foul line, able to make the play, though.
That brings up Parker Abate, center fielder, number 7. Swung on, and he lifts one foul down the line into the Misericordia bullpen. 0-1 the count. Takes that one for a strike. Abate behind now, 0-2. Ground ball out to shortstop. Mendel up with it, throws it across for the out, 2 away. Bring up number 38, the first baseman, Tyler Holzefeld.
Serino, the national leader in the NCAA Division III, with just 3.71 hits allowed per 9 innings.
That one finds the outer edge. Upstairs, ball one. Just misses away for a ball. Two and one the count. Holes a fell. Sereno deals and holes a fell. Fouls one away. Off to the left. It's that one in the air off to the left. Takes one just a little bit high, maybe a little bit away for a ball. 3 and 2 now. Holds the fell, works a full count here against Sereno. Swung on and lifted in the air. Danny Shane comes in. Calls off a couple other players and puts that away for the third out. 3 up, 3 down in the first for Misericordia. We'll head to the top of the second. 0-0, Rowan and the Cougars.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Back here in York, Monty Strickland will lead off for Rowan here in the top of the second inning. Looks at a strike. Strickland 0 for 3 yesterday, drew a walk and scored a run for Rowan in their 9-0 victory over Castleton. Now 1-1 to him. Swung on and missed at a pitch in the dirt. Good off-speed pitch there by Ian McCole. This one's been fouled on the first base side off the fist. Strickland shaking his hands as the vibration ringing through them after that pitch swung on and hit, like I said, at the off the fist there. 1-2 the count here to Strickland.
Cole misses there, low and away.
Strickland, a .315 hitter this season, 56 hits.
Bounces that one foul towards the Misericordia dugout. That one misses away. Make it 3-2, a full count here on Monty Strickland. Swung on and grounded foul down the first baseline. That one grounded hard out to short, and Boylan can't come up with it. Monty Strickland will be on at first. And that'll bring up Sean Lyden after that error there on Boylan. Lyden lays down a bunt, it'll roll foul, and Iarema will touch it in foul territory to kill it.
Good job by Jarema to get there and get that on the foul side of the third base line. Good bunt attempt there. Just hit the wrong blade of grass there and send it to the other side. Strickland, the first base run of the game for either team.
Lyden showing bunt again. Strickland going, hit and run on the play. Lyden grounds it out towards second. Everybody's safe. Iarado out at second. Couldn't come up with it.
Tough play there as Strickland was running by just as the ball was about to get to him. So didn't take his eye off the ball, I don't think, which is a tough play to make with a runner going right in front of you.
A couple of miscues here. Rowan will be trying to take advantage of those. Misericordia doesn't do that very often. It's ruled a single to second base.
Probably the right call. Frankly, Lyden getting down the line pretty good. Even if he comes up with a clean, it's still going to be a really close play. And again, I don't think you can discredit the fact that Strickland was running right in front of him as that ball was coming his way.
And looking to bunt Gola. And it's one of those, too, where the second baseman, because Strickland is running down the baseline, the second baseman couldn't charge through him to get to the ball, so he kind of had to
That's right.
slow play it to a degree, too, which was also going to add to the degree of difficulty to get him out. Gola pulls the bat back. Gola gets that bunt down. The catcher out, throws down to the second baseman. Smith to Iarado to get the out, but the sacrifice bunt moves Strickland to third and Lyden to second. One out and a pair of runners in scoring position for the catcher, Steve Hiwa.
Hiwa 2 for 4 last night. Runs scored.
First pitch grounded over to third. Jarema Throws across the diamond. The runners had to hold.
That's the one you ask for as a pitcher. Hard ground ball hit right to somebody. Nobody can advance, and you get an out on the play.
That brings up Justin Provost.
He was 1 for 4 last night with a run batted in and a run scored.
McColl's pitch in the dirt, blocked by Smith. Outside and high for a ball. 2-0 the count on Justin Provost.
Provost being told by the third base coach to look for one where he wants it.
There's a strike. Strike one. 2-1 now the count.
That's a nice pitch there from McColl. That's almost unhittable, especially the 2-0 count. You're looking for something right where you want it, and that's a great pitch. That's not where a lot of hitters want to have the ball.
Low and away. 3-1. Swing and a miss. That'll run the count full. McColl gets one past Provost. Fouled back into the screen.
Go to battle here between Provost and McColl.
Fouled away again by Provost. McColl delivers. Fouled away again by Provost. Provost battling hard here in the full count, protecting the plate. And he gets fooled there on a breaking ball. Takes strike three. Big time pitch by McColl. Rowan appeared to be in business, but he picks up the strikeout looking to end the threat. Will stay scoreless heading to the bottom of the second. Misericordia will hit 0-0. And leading it off for Misericordia will be Alec Iarato, the second baseman.
1 for 5 yesterday in the win over Virginia Wesleyan. Also knocked in a run as well.
Batting cleanup once again today. Pitch from Sereno. Misses for a ball. Mentioned last inning, Sereno, the toughest pitcher in Division III to get a hit against, less than 4 per 9 innings. But right on cue, there's one off the bat of Alec Iarato. First base runner for Misericordia.
Good job by Iarato to take that ball into left field. Leadoff man aboard here for the Cougars, just as Rowan did in the top half of the inning.
And Steve Weisensee will step in. Right fielder, number 17. Throw over to first from Sereno. That one taken for a strike. Oh, 1 the count against Weisensee. Weisensee shows bunt, pops it straight back into the screen. Oh, 2 now, the count on Weisensee. Most likely we'll see the bunt taken off. The pitch, way up high. Great play by the catcher, Hiwa. That looked like a wild pitch all the way, but like a leaping
Leaping
stab
is the word.
at it.
Yes. Leapt up out of his crouch and able to stab at that before it got by him. May have even been a bit by him as he reached up and got to that one.
Swung on and missed, and Sereno gets Weisensee on strikes. His first strikeout of the afternoon. Santo Ginta, he'll step in.
1 for 4 yesterday with a run scored.
Ginta takes that one for a strike. Iarato, the runner at first. And there goes the runner. Throw down by Hiwa. Not in time. Iarato steals second. One and one the count. Misericordia with a runner in scoring position. Hiwa running out to talk to Sereno.
Probably wanting to make sure, getting the signs right, which sign is the right one here with the runner on second base.
Swung on and missed by Ginta. 1-2 the count now.
Good pitch there from Sereno.
And Ginta will go have a word with the third base coach. Sereno. Swung on by Ginta. He pops it up into short right field. And Gola calls off the second baseman, Kokis, and puts it away for the second out.
Good job by Gola to keep going in on that ball. Tough play with, again, the wind blowing everything back in towards the infield. 2 away.
That brings up Connor Smith.
Smith 1 for 2 yesterday, 2 runs scored, 2 walks. Felt like he was a very important piece of yesterday's victory for Misericordia.
Certainly. Takes that one for a strike. The 0-1 from Sereno. Upstairs for a ball. Swung on and bounced out to shortstop. Mendel on the run. Nice throw across for the out. That'll retire the side. Misericordia strands a runner on base. We're still scoreless as we head to the top of the third inning here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park.
It's on us. It's on all of us. And it's time to act now.
It's on us to start the change. It's on us to be the change. It's on us. It's on Division III. It's on all of us to stop sexual assault.
Danny Shane leading it off here for Rowan in the top of the third inning. No score thus far. Shane swings on the first pitch. Rowan 34-9. Misericordia 32-12.
Shane last night 1 for 2 with a run scored, drew a walk. That run scored, he went from first to home in a blink of an eye.
A strike from McCole. 1-2 the count.
Shane not overly thrilled with the call, but did check with the umpire to see if that's as far inside as we're going. I believe he got the assurance that that was as close to him and still be called a strike as they were going to get.
That one was a little bit further in. Ball 2, 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, full count.
Shane this season, 41 hits, 40 drawn walks.
Swung on and fouled away. McCole delivers and Shane fouls it away.
47 pitches already for McCole. Giving up just the 1 hit. has a strikeout as well.
Another foul ball by Shane. Popped foul down the right side and out of play. Low and outside for ball 4. Shane draws a leadoff walk here in the top of the 3rd inning, and that'll turn the lineup back over. Mendel, the leadoff hitter, getting his second at bat of the day. 0 for 1 thus far.
10-pitch at bat there for Danny Shane. He now gets a chance to move around the base paths with the top of the lineup up for Rowan.
Throw over by McColl. Shane dives back in.
25 stolen bases this season. Easily the team lead for Shane as he slides back in again.
Mendel shows bunt, tries to pull it back. They call a strike. McColl, another throw over to first.
I think they read the same stat sheet I did about the 25 steals.
Mendel puts that one out into right field. Sliding attempt by Wisensee. Can't quite come up with it. Almost still had a shot at Shane at second. Shane had to hold up in case that was caught. Shane able to slide in ahead of the throw.
Great job by the right fielder Wisensee to even make that throw. And 95% of runners are out at second base on that play. Shane able to get there with his speed, but a good job by Wisensee to try to come in and make that play, and then just to get up, pop up, and make that throw to second base right on the target. Tough play, and 2 runners on, nobody out here in the 3rd.
Brings up Alex Kokis. Kokis lays down a bunt. McColl up with it. Throw down to first. Gets Kokis. Successful sacrifice. Shane and Mendel move into scoring position. Anthony Harold steps up. 0 for 1 today.
Grounded out to first to end the 1st inning.
McColl gets ahead with strike 1.
Harold looking for his first hit of the regional.
Upstairs for a ball. Misericordia peels down to first base. They say he held up.
I believe that's correct.
Blown away, another ball. 2-1. Looped in the air out to right field. They're going to send Shane home. Sacrifice fly by Anthony Harold. And that'll make it 1-0 in favor of Rowan here with 1 out in the 3rd inning. Still a runner on second. Mendel held at second. And now Monty Strickland comes up. Connor Smith out to have a word with McColl. Strickland hits the first pitch down to Jarema. Jarema throws across for the third out. And that ends the inning, but not before the Profs strike first, scoring one on a sacrifice fly. They lead 1-0 over the Cougars at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Sean Lyons to lead it off for Misericordia here in the bottom half of the third inning. Rowan leading 1-0 over the Cougars of Misericordia.
Lyons 2 for 3 yesterday, had an RBI as well for the Cougars.
Swing and a miss on the pitch from Sereno. Fly ball hit up in the air out to Shane. Drifts a couple of steps to his left and puts it away for the first out. Sean Boylan, his first at bat of the day.
0 for 2 yesterday, drew a walk.
Outside for a ball. Sereno delivers up high. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 now, the count on Boylan. Sereno, Boylan pops it up. Second baseman calls for it, and Kukas puts it away. Kenny Jarema, the third baseman, will get his second at bat of the day. Hitless so far this afternoon.
Flew out to left field to open the game for the Cougars.
That one's in there for a strike. Strike 2, 0-2.
That is a nice pitch from Sereno there.
High and away for ball 1, 1-2 now the count. The The 1-2 to Jarema. It'll even the count at 2-2. Sereno delivers, fouled away to the left side. Inside for a ball.
Somewhere for a ball. Probably was inside just a bit. Awfully close.
The 3-2. That misses low. Jarema aboard with a 2-out walk.
Good at bat there by Jarema.
Bring up Parker Abate. Oh for 1 so far today. Abate. Umpires are going to meet about something.
So Sereno's glove is a little white underneath. It almost looks like he might be wearing, I mean, he's obviously not wearing a batting glove, but it's a little different of a color. I'm not sure who said something about it. Obviously someone on Misericordia's team said something about it. Noticed earlier in the game, but it's so again, I'm not sure what that discussion is. And then I'm not sure what that sign that was given there by the umpire either. Not sure if that maybe there was a bracelet he may have just taken off. I'm not sure. It was a little bit of a different color than his glove, but I didn't think it was enough to distract anyone.
Now we have time called. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt. That'll be a stolen base for Jarema. He was running anyway, but the pitch in the dirt made it an easy steal of second base for Jarema. Bate watches a strike there. 1-1 the count. Abate takes that one for strike 2. 1-2 the count.
Back-to-back off-speed pitches there for Sereno.
Swung on and lifted in the air to the outfield. That's going to bounce in front of Monty Strickland. They send the runner home and they airmail the throw. No one will really advance on the play. Abate was taking second on the throw regardless. He stops there. And Jarema comes home to tie the game on that base hit by Abate.
Tough call there. I know with 2 outs, you don't want to let anything get behind you. At the same time, I think that ball held up just a little bit longer than Strickland may have thought it was going to. I think at the last second, I think he wishes he would have tried to dive and get to that ball, but I think he thought it was going to get down a little sooner than it did. Nevertheless, we're tied up.
Brings up Tyler Holzefeld. He takes the first pitch from Sereno. Down the line and right. That's going to bring Abate home. Holzefeld run into second, slide in safely with a double. Back-to-back RBI base hits here by Abate and Holzefeld. And Misericordia has 2 runs on 3 hits. As we said, Sereno only giving up less than 4 hits per 9 innings. And the pitching coach will come out to chat with Sereno before he faces Ayarato. Ayarato 1 for 1.
And you don't want to read too much into it, but after that 2-out walk to Jurema, there's that 30 to 45 second stoppage there as they check something out either on the wrist or glove of Sereno, and now back-to-back RBI hits. Again, that's not the reason. The hitters made contact and got good the term wood on the ball, but metal on the ball. So, but still throwing off the timing just a little bit there. 2-1 now Misericordia, and just little things like that to throw the timing off, something that good teams can do here to other good teams in a regional tournament like this.
Sereno gets ahead of Ayarato, 0-1. The pitch swung on and chopped foul towards the Misericordia dugout. The 0-2 from Sereno. Swung on and lifted high in the air to the outfield. Circling over into left center is Shane to put it away. But Misericordia strikes twice. They take a 2-1 lead over Rowan. We'll head to the top of the 4th here at Peoples Bank Park for the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Sean Lyden takes a ball there from McCole here to start the top of the 4th. Rowan scored once in the top of the 3rd before Misericordia answered with 2 in the bottom half. But Lyden gets a leadoff hit here for Rowan as they look to answer back.
Second hit of the day for Lyden. He's 2 for 2.
They'll bring up Gola.
Gola had a sac bunt his first time up. See if he's asked to do that again.
First pitch from McCole. Misses for a ball. Time called. Throw over by McCole. The throw gets away. Holzefeld fell on top of Lyden. So Lyden had to pull himself out from under Holzefeld and run down to second. Nothing intentional there, just as Holzefeld tried to catch the errant throw, the two got tangled up. Bunt laid down, rolls foul.
Awfully close to being picked up in fair territory there. Just spun foul.
They even applied the tag just to make sure in case the umpire didn't call it foul. Blown away for a ball. Gola tries to bunt one, fouls it off. Swung on and chopped foul. On 3-2. Full count on Gola.
Almost to 70 pitches is for McCole through just 3 1/3.
Swung on and lined through the middle by Gola. They're going to send the runner Lyden home. He scores and we're tied up at 2. RBI single by Gola.
Both hits right back through the middle to lead off this top of the 4th inning. Have a visit to the mound now for Misericordia. Some activity down there in the Misericordia bullpen. Not anymore. A couple of guys sitting down there. Now they're coming back to the dugout. So I don't think McCole's in danger of being taken out here, but some guys getting loose perhaps.
And after a quick chat, Steve Hiwa will step in. Hiwa 0 for 1. Gola on the run. Throw down. Nice throw there by Smith. Boylan takes it on the hop, applies the tag, and Gola is erased.
Not a great jump there by Gola. Maybe missigned by the batter on a hit and run. Not sure. Don't want to put that on him. But certainly not the greatest of jumps. And a good throw, though, like you said, from the catcher, Smith.
Ground ball out to Boylan at shortstop. He has to hurry. He does, and makes the play to retire Hiwa and retire the side. Excuse me, 2 outs. Justin Provost, he'll come up to bat.
Provost
third
struck it.
baseman.
Oh, sorry about that. Justin Provost struck out looking to end the second inning.
McColl's only strikeout thus far. Peel down to first, they'll say he went, and that is a strike. Swung on, chopped foul. McColl delivers, swung on a miss by Provost. McColl gets Provost for a second time today. And now the side is retired, but not before Rowan ties it back up at 2. 2-2. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth for Misericordia's at bat. Steve Weisensee will lead off here in the bottom half of the fourth for the Cougars. Here in a tie game, 2-2 Rowan versus Misericordia, top-seeded Profs, and Misericordia the 5 seed. Winner's bracket game. Weisensee tries to lay down a bunt, fouls it back into the screen.
Weisensee, the MAC Freedom Championship MVP.
A ball there from Sereno. And now 1-2 as Weisensee looks at a strike. Weisensee tries to hold up, but he can't. Strike 3, he goes down swinging. The second strikeout of the day for Sereno. Santo Ginta, 0 for 1 today. Takes one up high for a ball. Swung on and hit high in the air by Ginta. Monty Strickland drifts towards left center and puts it away. Second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down so far for Sereno. Connor Smith now 0 for 1 today.
Profs have just one 1-2-3 inning so far. That came in the first. Each team with a 1-2-3 inning in the first and none since.
Taken for a strike. Oh, 2 now on Smith. Swung on and fouled away. That one just misses to Smith, 1 and 2.
Just high, I think, to Smith.
Little check swing foul. One-two pitch from Sereno. Outside, ball 2. Two-two. Swung on and fouled back. Sereno delivers, swung on and fouled again up over the Rowan dugout.
Good at bat here for Smith. Working the count.
Sereno swung on and missed by Smith. Sereno strikes out a pair of batters that inning. And it'll stay 2-2. 3 up, 3 down.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Top 5, 2-2, Rowan and Misericordia. Danny Shane set to lead it off here for the Profs. McCole gets strike 1 in there, gets ahead 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count now. 75 pitches for McCall.
Two of his better ones so far to Shane. Get the count 0-2.
That one way upstairs. 1-2.
Shane drew a walk his first time up after a 10-pitch at bat.
Swinging a ground ball down to third, Jarema. Nice play by Holzefeld. Throw went to the home plate side of the bag, and Holzefeld had to find a way to catch it and not collide with the runner.
Yep, nice job there to stick with that and just exchange his feet on the bag. Good job.
Mendel, as the lineup turns over, he's 1 for 2. That one's in there for strike one. McCall delivers. In the dirt, ball one. Swung on and missed. McCall had Mendel fooled on that one. Swing and a high fly down to short center field where the shortstop Boylan calls off everyone else. Puts it away. 2 down.
Good job by Boylan to call everybody off. 3 players converging on that one. Able to track it down and call everybody off. And 2 away quickly here in the top half of the 5th.
Kokis. No one on, 2 outs. He'll step in. 0 for 1. Swinging a foul ball.
Rowan is 0-1 all time against Misericordia, the only time these two teams have played other than today. Coming in 2014, Cougars defeating the Profs 1-0. That also in the Mid-Atlantic region. The game played up in Moosic, Pennsylvania.
The 1-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. That one's fouled back as well. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. McCall gets Kokis swinging. His 3rd strikeout of the day. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Sean Lyons leading it off here in the bottom half of the fifth. 2-2 Misericordia and Rowan. Mid-Atlantic Regional here at People's Bank Park in York, home of the York Revolution. Lyons takes that one for a strike.
Flew out to center his first time up, did Sean Lyons.
Popped up into the outfield, and here comes the right fielder Gola to put that away. The shortstop, Sean Boylan, 0 for 1 today. His second trip to the plate.
Popped out to second his first time up as they turn the lights on here at People's Bank Park.
Strike one. Pop foul, out of play. Sereno fires strike three in there, gets Boylan looking. Boylan did not like the call. Won't change the outcome. Fourth strikeout of the day for Sereno.
Looked to be a pretty good pitch by Sereno, perhaps a little low as it was caught by the catcher, Hiwa, but as it crossed, I think right there at the knees, awfully good pitch.
Jarema goes for the first pitch. Hard ground ball to Harold, runs it to the bag himself, and he'll keep going to the dugout. 3 quick outs for Sereno. 2-2, we'll head to the top of the sixth at the Mid-Atlantic Regional.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and I know how powerful words can be. The term gay doesn't mean stupid, lame, or less than.
So I pledge to speak up if I hear the term gay used in a derogatory way or any other homophobic terms.
If you can play in Division III.
I'm a Division III student athlete, and my teammates unconditionally accepted me as part of their family. So now I pledge to do the same for others. If you can play in Division III.
Anthony Harold will lead things off. He stepped on the bag for the third out of last inning, gets to lead this one off. Strike one. Probably why he was in such a hurry to get back to the dugout after stepping on first.
Had a sacrifice fly and an RBI his last time up. Got Rowan on the board in the third.
Rips one just foul down the right field line. This will be McColl's 90th pitch of the game, and it misses wide. Ball 1-1-2 count. That misses low. Ball 2. Chopped foul down the third baseline. 2-2 count. Harold steps back in. And the pitch from McCole. Swung on. He must have got a piece of it somewhere.
Smallest piece. Kind of a late swing there. I think he was tied up and it was going to be a called third strike, but able to get a piece of it and extend the at bat.
And now he puts a charge into one out to left center, but the left fielder, Lyons, on the run as he crosses onto the warning track. Puts that one away.
Lyons in good position to track that one down. And almost that extended at bat almost paid off there for Harold as he fouled that one off. But again, a good job by Lyons to get over and make the play.
Brings up Monty Strickland, 0 for 2 today. McCole misses high and away. 95th pitch of the day for McCole. So we're going to foul ball.
McCole's retired the last 6 batters now. 7 straight for Sereno on the Rowan side.
Chopped foul. 1-2 the count. McCole. Down low, ball 2, 2-2. Swinging a hard ground ball through the left side of the infield. Strickland will be on first base here with a 1-out single.
Kyle Rogalewski down warming up in the Misericordia bullpen.
Here comes Sean Lyden, 2 for 2 today. That one misses just outside or just low. 1-0 the count to Lyden. That one chopped over to third base, a slow roller. Great throw and a great stretch by from Jarema the throw. The stretch by Holzefeld. Great defensive play there. Strickland gets down to second. It looked like it might have been a hit and run. Strickland was off with the pitch.
Strickland turned the bag at second, too, as Jarema came in and charged that play. I think he thought about third for a second, but it would have been a tricky play for sure. But again, a good play there by the first baseman, Holzefeld.
Umpire's going to get together about something.
Lyden is still standing on first base.
Probably trying to make sure that Holzefeld held the bag. And they're in agreement, he did. Smith chases McCole back to the mound for a quick word.
I believe the Rowan first base coach got a hold of someone in the dugout to ask for that appeal. He wasn't thrilled that they still called him out.
Pitch to Gola, low and inside for a ball.
Gola singled his last time up in the fourth, was then caught stealing for the first out of the inning.
Inside, ball 2. McCole gets that one in there for strike one. Makes it 2-1. That one down in the dirt, blocked by Smith.
Good job by Smith to keep that in front of him. Don't want to put the go-ahead run 90 feet away if you don't have to.
Swinging a foul ball by Gola. Strickland singled through the left side earlier this inning, moved up to second on a ground ball to third. Pitch from McCole. Ball 4. Gola aboard with a 2-out walk. McCole over 100 pitches now, up at 107. Steve Hewa. He'll step in, 0 for 2 today. That one misses inside, maybe a little low. Ball 1.
Tried to come back in and get the inside corner there. Not sure that he did. Like you said, maybe a little low as well.
Cole delivers right down the middle for strike 1. Pops that one into the outfield. Racing over is the center fielder, Abate. And that's the third out. Rowan strands Strickland on second base. We're still 2-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Parker Abate to lead it off here for Misericordia. Bottom 6 still tied at 2. Rowan took a 1-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. Misericordia answered with a pair in the bottom half. And in the top of the next inning, Rowan tied it up. And we've been knotted at 2-2 there since the top of the 4th inning as Abate swings and misses. Abate, a little liner up to the middle. Tough play there for Kokis. Had to run towards the middle. It was landing about as he got to a real tough play. He was going to have to kind of snow cone it before it hit the ground kind of thing.
Yeah, just got caught up to see. Couldn't decide if he wanted to go after it and catch it in the air or let it bounce. One hop it there and got stuck in between. And a leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 6th.
Brings up Holzefeld. Holzefeld 1 for 2, had a double.
Yeah, his double last time knocked in Ubate. Now he'll try and bunt him over.
Sereno off the mound, throws over to first. Holzefeld gets the job done with the bunt. Moves Abate into scoring position. Alec Irato will step in here with one away. Runner on second. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon. Or this evening. Whatever you want to call it at this point.
They got the lights on now. We'll go with evening.
Sereno misses with that one. Sereno at 73 pitches right now. The 1-0 to Irato. Inside for ball 2.
Just missed the inside corner.
Low and inside, another ball to Irato. Throw back to the pitcher's mound, a little errant, but nothing doing there. Rolled right into Abate's path. He would have had to jump over the slow rolling baseball just to have a chance to get to third. The 3-0 from Sereno to Irato. And a 4-pitch walk. First and second now with one out for Weisensee.
Weisensee with 2 strikeouts today. One in the second, one in the fourth. Hoping to reverse his fortunes here against Sereno.
Gets strike one on Weisensee. Abate on second, Irato on first. Count now even at 1-1. Swing and a miss by Weisensee.
Nice pitch there by Sereno. A lot of movement there.
Foul ball down the left side. Still 1-2. fouled back. We'll do it again, 1-2.
Good job by Wisensee to sort of extend this at bat a bit. Getting Sereno's pitch count up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Lifts this one foul. And just out of the reach of a diving Provost. He hit that wall hard, but he's back up.
Tremendous effort there from Provost, sprinting the whole way. Unable to come up with it, but wow, that's a great job there to try and get to that ball. There's concrete steps right there. I do think he hit the padding mostly along the wall, but there are some steps there that he got awfully close to. Just a great job, great hustle.
Still 1-2 now to Wisensee. Sereno from the stretch. Check swing, they appeal down to third. And they say he went. That's a strikeout. 5th of the day for Sereno. 2nd out. Brings up Santo Ginta. 2 outs, 2 on, tie game, bottom 6.
Ginta 0 for 2, he's flown out twice.
Pitch from Sereno, swung on and missed. The 0-1, swung on and driven into the outfield. Monty Strickland, it's over his head off the wall. Strickland gets it back in. It'll be a stand-up double for Santo Ginta. Irato around to third and Abate home with the go-ahead run. That makes it 3-2 now here in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yeah, sort of a weird ball off the bat there. It looked like it was one of the balls that hangs up and an easy play for the outfielder, but just kept going. And before Strickland even had time to head back, it was up and over his head, one bounce off the wall, and now there's runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs as Misericordia tries to make this a big inning.
Connor Smith, 0 for 2, struck out once. And he takes the first pitch strike. Sereno down in the dirt. That gets away. The runner's going. They call him safe. Irato outraced Hiwa to home plate. Huge effort by Hiwa. He dove head first, arms extended, trying to get that tag on there.
No hesitation whatsoever from Irato coming from third. He took off right away, and like you said, Hiwa, tremendous play. He knew the flip home wasn't going to get there to Sereno in time, so he tried to do it himself and almost got the tag down on the wrist before Irato could slide in. Could not. Runner moves to third as well, so 4-2 now with a runner on third and 2 outs.
Low and away. Now to Connor Smith with 1 runner still on base. Ginta moved over to third. Swung on and fouled away. The 2-2 from Sereno to Smith. popped up back. Lands above us. Sereno now at 90 pitches. Ground ball out to shortstop. Mendel throws across for the third out. Misericordia gets a pair of runs in the inning. However, they take a 4-2 lead over top-seeded Rowan here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park.
This is our It's On Us pledge. It's on us to make a personal commitment to help keep all people safe from sexual assault, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or ability.
Not to be bystanders to the problem, but to be leaders of the solution. We invite you to join us in this campaign by informing your campuses about the It's On Us mission.
We have a pinch hitter now, number 29, and that's Nick Schooley. He's pinch hitting for Justin Provost, who, if you remember last inning, crashed hard into the wall out near the Misericordia bullpen going after a foul ball. So Schooley in now to replace him, strike one. That one down low in the dirt, gets by Smith. 112 pitches now for McCole. The 2-1 swung on and lined the other way into left field by Schooley. So he's aboard with a leadoff single.
Good job by Schooley to come in off the bench. Kind of cold there. Probably didn't know he was going to hit until kind of the last second. Able to drive a pitch the other direction. Shane ducks out of the way of that one.
Shane lifts that one in the air to the outfield. And it falls in between the center fielder and the left fielder. Abate and Lyons, not quite sure what happened there. You had Lyons circle behind Abate to back up the play, and it got over Abate, and then Lyons had to try to dive for it.
Yeah, a bit of a miscommunication perhaps out there. And back in the infield here, Shane actually missed first and was halfway to second and realized it. had to go back, so it's first and third rather than second and third on that play.
With this wind, the fly balls to the outfield just continue to be an adventure, pretty much every single one.
Yep.
And that'll be it for Ian McCole. He'll head back to the dugout here, 2 on, nobody out, top of the 7th. So he gives them 6+ innings. And we'll be back after the reliever warms up here. 4-2 Misericordia over Rowan. And the new pitcher for Misericordia is number 13, Kyle Milan.
24th appearance of the season, team leader there. 2.70 ERA, he's 3-2, 33 1/3 innings pitched. 26 strikeouts, just 9 walks. Batters hitting .237 against him this season.
Mendel showed bunt on that first pitch from Milan. He's behind in the count, 0-1. And here comes a good bunt down the first baseline. They'll just tag Mendel out. But Schooley scurries home. And the Profs are within 1 with 1 out. Tying run at second. Shane with some pretty good speed. He'll score on a lot of base hits to the outfield. Maybe not any base hit to the outfield, but most.
A nice bunt there from Mendel. Able to put that down the first base side, kind of stop it dead right there in the grass. No other play for Holzfeld to make.
Kokas, 0 for 2, struck out once. He'll face Milan. That one in there for a strike.
Nice pitch there from Milan. Certainly has to be distracting having Shane dance around out there at second base. The quick pitch there by Milan, not letting Shane have too much of a jump start there. Trying to catch Kokas off guard as well at the plate.
Milan steps off. Boylan snuck behind Shane. That one low to Kokas, outside as well. The 2-1. Upstairs for a ball. And ball 4 there to Kokas. He'll draw a walk, and now with 1 out, we have runners on first and second. Misericordia clinging to a 1-run lead. Smith goes out to talk to Milan.
Harold with the play now. He's 0 for 2. Did have a sac fly, an RBI in the third. Scored Shane.
Swing and a miss.
Nice off-speed pitch there from Milan.
Takes that one for strike 2. Milan now ahead of Harold. No balls and 2 strikes. Misses wide, 1-2. Swinging a foul ball, lifted over the Rowan dugout. On the outside corner, and they ring up Harold. First strikeout for Milan. Comes in a big spot with a pair of runners on and a 1-run lead, now 2 outs. They'll bring up Monty Strickland.
Strickland singled his last time up. Also reached on an error in the second inning.
Milan delivers. Low and away, ball 1. Same spot, ball 2. Popped up in the air in foul territory. Holzefeld runs out of real estate, carries over into the bleachers, just past their own dugout. Milan finds the inside corner. Strickland doesn't like it, but we'll go to 2-2 on the count.
Some late action on that pitch to catch the inside corner.
Swinging a fly ball into the outfield, the left center field gap. No one will get there. One hops the wall. Lyons plays it back in, and here comes 2 runs home. Shane and Kokas both come around to score, and just like that, Rowan's back ahead, 5-4.
Nice piece of hitting there by Strickland as he drives that into the left center gap. Runners off with the batted ball with 2 outs, and Rowan is back in front.
Lyons steps in. He's 2 for 3. Strike 1. That one's fouled back. 0-2 now on Lyden. Just outside. Milan's 1-2. Outside, ball 2.
Good job there by Lyden to lay off those pitches.
Milan deals, fouled back into the screen by Lyden. Swung on and grounded out to second. Iorado up with it. Throws over and they get the third out. But a 3-run top of the 7th reclaims the lead for Rowan. They're now on top of Misericordia 5-4. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time at Peoples Bank Park and the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Sean Lyons will lead it off. Misericordia with 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 5-4 against Rowan. The teams trading leads in their last at-bats. That one taken for a strike by Lyons. Score had been tied 2-2 since the top of the 4th. Misericordia took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 6th, and then top 7, 3 runs from the Profs, put them on top 5-4. 1-1 the count. Sereno knocks the comebacker down, picks it back up, and throws Lyons out. One away here in the bottom half of the 7th.
I think that hit a piece of Sereno's glove first before it hit some of his leg. Doesn't seem to have affected him too much.
Four hits and 2 walks allowed so far by Sereno. Struck out 5. This one's popped up by Boylan. And the catcher, Hiwa, puts it away in front of the dugout. Sereno and Harold also came over to make the play, but Hiwa called him off. Jarema steps in. He is 0 for 2 today. 2 outs right now in the bottom half of the 7th.
Sherman grounded out to first his last time up. Walked, stole a base, and scored a run in the 3rd.
That's in there for strike 1. Popped foul and out of play. Pitch from Sereno. Misses high. 1-2. That's high and outside. Schooley, I think we would have guessed he did stay in to play third base after he batted for Provost. Provost, of course, as we mentioned, and if you were watching, you saw him slide into that wall after a foul ball. They removed him from the game at his next at bat, so hopefully he's okay. And Jarema takes strike 3. Sereno's 6th strikeout ends the inning. Rowan, as we head to the top of the 8th, they lead 5-4 over Misericordia. They're coming to bat at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Kyle Gola will lead things off here for Rowan in the top of the 8th. And Gola, 6th in the lineup, so 6, 7, 8 coming up this inning for Rowan. Milan still on the mound for Misericordia. One hopper to Jarema, who was in at the corner. Throws it across the holes of fell. No problem there. One away. Brings up Steve Hiwa. 0 for 3 today. In the outside part of the plate, strike 1. That one misses for ball 1. Hiwa calls time. I think maybe some dirt blew into his eye or
so,
something.
yeah.
Had to back out. Swinging a foul ball.
Good job, able to get a piece of that there and extend the at-bat a bit.
And we'll do the 1-2 pitch again. Down in the dirt, Hiwa did not go. That one ripped foul down the left field line.
Just foul there. There's not too much room between that wall that jets out there and foul territory. So ball just hooking foul.
2-2 count. Low and away for ball 3. Hiwa works the count full. And low for ball 4. Hiwa will be a 1-out base runner. Schooley up his second at bat. He had a base hit and scored during that 3-run 7th inning. Actually led off the inning with a single. He lays down a bunt down the third baseline. It's going to roll foul. And Connor Smith will dive on it before it can get back fair. That was going to be trouble if it was a fair ball.
Just enough backspin to push that foul on the third base side. It's a pretty good bunt laid down there by Schooley, who started the rally last inning for the Profs.
That gets away. No throw down to second, and Hiwa will move 90 feet closer. I think that was a little further into the dirt than Smith realized. It's inside. Strike 2, that'll make it a 2-2 count.
Nice pitch there from Milan.
And Milan gets Schooley swinging for the second out. Brings up Shane.
Shane put a charge into one last time, driving it to the warning track there in left center. Fell in for what ended up being a single as he rounded first and missed the bag. Had to turn around and head back. Put runners on the corners. They're eventually knocked in later in the inning.
Pitch from Milan. Low and away. Good play by Smith on that one to stop it.
Nice backhanded grab there to keep the runner at second base.
Swinging a fly ball out to left field. Tracking it is Lyons. Just short of the warning track. He puts it away. And Rowan gets a runner to second, but they'll leave him there. Misericordia comes to bat in the bottom half of the 8th, needing one run. They trail 5-4 here at Peoples Bank Park. Bottom eighth, Parker Abate about to lead it off here for Misericordia. Danny Serino still in the game here for Rowan. His last pitch of the seventh was his 100th, but he has limited Misericordia to just 4 hits and a pair of walks, striking out 6. Swing and a miss there from Abate. Only 2 of Misericordia's 4 runs are earned against Sereno. Abate tries to lay down a bunt, fouls it off. 0-2.
Abate singled and scored in the third, reached on air and scored in the sixth.
Sereno to Abate, popped up. Sereno called off by Hiwa in foul territory. Hiwa puts it away. 1 down.
Hiwa seems to be handling that win just fine. A lot of outfielders have had trouble, and he's been back there a couple times making some good plays and rather nonchalant, too, as he makes them.
A couple of them, he's had other players who've wanted the ball, and he's just called them off until he gets it. He's having no trouble, like you said, tracking them in this wind, and that's worked out pretty well for Rowan. Swinging a ground ball off the bat of Holzefeld. Harold takes it to the bag himself, 2 down. 4 pitches, 2 outs for Sereno.
Just what he had to ask for heading out for this 8th inning. Like you said, just over 100 pitches. Certainly these quick innings will be helpful for him. And certainly I think Rowan wants him out there for as long as possible.
Iarato now steps in, the cleanup hitter for the Cougars. 1 for 2 today. Down in the dirt for a ball. Hiwa will run it back out to Sereno. Give him a quick word. That one inside. Arato gets out of the way. Down low for ball 3. Up high and a 4-pitch walk to Iarato here with 2 outs. Tying run is aboard.
Tough there with 2 outs to walk him on 4 pitches after getting 2 outs on 4 pitches. Wisensee coming to the plate. He struck out 3 times tonight, but remember he was the Mac Freedom Tournament MVP, so clearly has it in him. But unfortunately for him, hasn't been able to get it done thus far against Sereno.
First pitch taken for strike 1. There is action down in the Rowan bullpen, so you'd have to wonder if Wisensee can extend the inning. Could this be Sereno's last hitter? Hard ground ball on the outfield grass. Kokis picks it up over to first. Nice defensive play. He was playing Wisensee in the grass from the start.
That's a major league play there at second base, ranging that far to his left and making that throw as he kind of got up and just tried to get it over there as best he can. And then another good play as well by Harold, the first baseman, to kind of gobble that up and get the third out of the inning.
And Rowan still leads 5-4. We head to the top of the 9th here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Zach Mason, number 22, the new pitcher for Misericordia, left-hander, facing Mendel. He replaces Milan on the mound for Misericordia. Strike 2 there on Mendel. Excuse me, strike 1. It's 1-1. Pitching line for McCole. He went the first 6 innings. But not before we have Mendel hit a ground ball to third, thrown across for the first out. McCole won 6 innings, 4 runs, all earned, 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Milan in his 2 innings gave up 1 run on a hit and 2 walks, K'd 2. Now we have Mason. Kokis, great defensive play to end the last inning. Now he gets a chance to hit here in the top of the 9th. He's 0 for 3, struck out once, has an RBI, swing and a miss there. 1-1. That's a ball. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch there from Mason. What to see in the bottom half of this inning, we talked about Serena being over the 100 pitch count. Rowan has 14 team saves this season. A lot of guys with a couple, including Jordan Friedman and Dan Corver with 4 apiece. So we'll see if they want Serena to try to finish this out, or it looks like they've got plenty of guys who may come in for 3 outs here in the 9th.
Swinging a hard ground ball through the hole on the left side. And Kokis aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice piece of hitting there by Kokis to stay in there on that pitch. Drive it through the left side with 2 strikes.
Anthony Harold. High fly ball down the right field line. No play on that. It's foul. 0 for 3, Anthony Harold.
As I mentioned, the pitchers, I see Friedman down there putting his jacket back on. Looks as though he is warmed up. Maybe ready to go for the 9th. Not sure if that'll be to start the 9th or if Serena runs into any trouble.
That one outside to Harold. 1-1 now the count. Ball on the outside. Hard ground ball out to shortstop, but Boylan can't come up with it. That's going to be an E6. He smelled that 6-4-3 double play and tried to scoop it over to second before he had it.
That's exactly right. Understandable for sure. Taylor made double play, and whether or not he took his eye off at the last second to see if the second baseman, Irata, was coming over or not. Tough one there for sure, and now 2 runners on and just 1 out here in the 9th. Rowan looking to add an insurance runner too.
That one's inside. This is Frankie Aiello, number 2, a pinch hitter. I believe he had an at-bat yesterday towards the end of the game against Castleton. Swung on and fouled down the first base side. Scooped up by the first base coach.
Interesting pinch hitter here with Strickland due up. He had the 2-run double his last time up, so not sure there.
This one lifted down the right field line, foul. That one misses for a ball.
Just inside was that pitch.
Strickland is just a 209 hitter against left-handed pitching, oddly enough for the right-handed hitter, so maybe they decided to go with Aiello. Fouled off. And he might be somebody they use at times as a defensive replacement or something anyway. So
Sure.
hopefully there's not some injury that pulled him out of the game. Hopefully it just is a better matchup here with the pitcher and defensive sub for the next inning. Grounder out there to third. 5, 4, 3. Zach Mason gets Aiello to ground into the double play, and that'll retire the side. Give Misericordia a shot here. They trail 5-4 heading into the bottom of the 9th.
Back here at Peoples Bank Park for the bottom of the 9th inning. Sereno is back on the hill for Rowan, so they'll let him start the 9th as he looks for the complete game. Rowan leading 5-4. Santo Guinta will lead off for Misericordia to start the bottom of the 9th inning here. Number 4, Matt Edwards, is at shortstop now as Mendel has moved over to third.
I believe we saw that Might have seen that last night as well. I know.
I believe
Edwards
so.
came in.
I know Mendel moved to third. I can't remember who was at short.
The 2-0 to Ginta. Over for strike one. Fouled back.
Aiello staying in left field as well as he replaced Monty Strickland there last inning.
Pitch from Sereno. Swung on and missed.
Nice pitch there from Sereno.
Connor Smith stepping in. One away, nobody on. Misericordia trailing by one. Danny Sereno trying to finish off the Cougars.
7 strikeouts now for Sereno.
Just 4 hits and 3 walks in 8 1/3 innings. And now a hit batsman. So Smith is on with the tying run. And Lyons will hit, but a pinch runner will replace at first. It'll be Dalton Emmerich.
Emmerich on to run for the catcher, Smith.
Pitch from Sereno, a strike.
Lyons 0 for 3 today. Flew out his first 2 times up, and grounded out to the pitcher to lead off the 7th inning.
That one misses for a ball. 1-1 the count. Throw over to first. Emerge back.
Nobody working in the bullpen for Rowan, though Freeman did warm up about an inning ago. He's still sitting down there in the bullpen.
Strike on the outer half. 1-2 now on Lyons.
Good pitch there by Sereno on the outer half of the plate.
Throw over. Runner goes. Pitch up high. Throw down to second. Not in time. Emmerich with a stolen base.
Nice job by Emmerich to swipe that bag there. Pretty tailor-made pitch to want to throw down to second if you're the catcher, as he had to come up out of the crouch to get the pitch and all in one motion. But a good job by Emmerich to get down there quickly and slide in safely with a runner in scoring position now. 2-2 count, just 1 out.
Swing and a miss, Sereno.
Off-speed pitch there. Nice one.
His 8th strikeout of the game. Now Boylan comes up. The last chance here for Misericordia. Both of these teams still alive regardless of the outcome of this game. Double elimination tournament. Both teams won yesterday, so they will survive to play tomorrow. But obviously, it's always best to stay in that winner's bracket, have that 0 in the loss column in the tournament.
Absolutely, and you know, win this game or the next game if you're Union and Babson to follow. Again, does not win you the tournament, does not win you the regional, but it certainly gets you to where you can start planning some things out as we go forward here the next couple of days.
The 1-0 to Boylan. Popped foul.
The wind continuing to howl here at Peoples Bank Park. There's some gusts that reach us here in the press box. That it is very windy. That scoreboard out there says 62 degrees. That is a lie. I had a parent come by and kind of yell in at me between innings, "It's cold here." Yes, I know. It is cold here. Much colder than it needs to be on May 18th, that's for sure.
Yeah, this wind it's a very cold wind. There's no way it feels like 62.
No.
That one's on the outside. 2-1 now to Boylan.
Sereno wanted that one, as did the second baseman, Kokas. I believe that was outside just by a hair.
Called strike. That'll even things up at 2-2.
Nice pitch there by Sereno. He felt that was about the same spot. Maybe even said a word or two as he came off the mound as that was a called strike. I think he was glad it was a called strike. His opinion is that the last one was also at the same spot and should have been a called strike. Nevertheless, 2-2 the count with 2 outs, and Boylan needs to put one in play here to extend the Cougars' life.
The 2-2 from Sereno swung on and fouled away.
Pitch number 126 for Sereno.
Often willing to let some of these pitch counts pile up just a little bit because you know they're not going to pitch again in the tournament. So maybe let them throw a couple extra pitches and you might not normally let them throw. And there's a base hit through the left side. Here comes the runner. Emmerich around. He'll score. The throw goes over the catcher. And Boylan ends up on second. Thinks about third. Thinks better of it. Goes back to second. We're all tied up at 5 after that base hit.
Good piece of hitting there from Boylan. Didn't have a hit coming into that at bat and able to get a piece there through the left side, and the throw well over the catcher's head. And the runner was going to score. Emmerich was going to score either way. But nevertheless, tie ball game here and a good piece of hitting. Now the leadoff man, Drema, is aboard. At the plate here with a chance to send Misericordia on into the winner's bracket.
We're going to talk something over with Sereno. Again, we haven't seen anyone warming up recently, so I kind of think this is his game at this point.
I believe so. I think this is have everyone take a deep breath. Let's not, we're tied. Let's not lose the game here on a pitch we don't want to have thrown. And the pitcher in the bullpen, who has a jacket over his jersey, of course, going to warm up again.
Can't imagine, unless there's a walk or a hit batter, that there's more than one more hitter in this game. Either way, it's either going to be Misericordia walks it off. Well, in this inning anyway, not in the game, but
yes.
In the inning, there won't be more than one more hitter. It's either going to be a walk-off single or the third out or whatever, unless there's a walk. Jerema, 0 for 3 today. Takes that first one for a strike. Sereno checks the runner at second. The 0-1 swung on, fouled back.
That hit for the Cougars, their first since a double by Ginta in the 6th inning. Sereno had really settled in these last couple of innings, but Boylan able to get a piece of that and drive it to the left side, tie the game up at 5.
Sereno had really dominated this lineup over the last couple of innings. The Misericordia has found a way to get a couple of runs here and there when they've needed them. That pitch down in the dirt for a ball. Hiwa with a good block. Misericordia hasn't had a ton of base runners, but they've bunched them together.
That's correct.
They've never had maybe just one base runner. They usually get 2 or 3, and they get a couple of runs out of it.
Yep, they've scored in the 3rd and the 6th each time they scored twice. Looking to do that one more time here in the 9th.
That one's up high, evens the count at 2-2. Sereno. 127 pitches. He steps off the rubber. The 2-2 to Jarema. Down low, full count.
Good job by Jarema. There's been plenty of Misericordia batters that have swung at that pitch throughout the afternoon and early evening now. So good job by him to lay off with 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 9th in a tie game.
(3-2), bottom of the 9th, tie game, 5-5, the potential winning run on second. Sereno to Jarema. Walked him. And here we go, the slow walk out to the mound. That'll be it for Danny Sereno. Great effort by him, but might not be enough. It depends. He'll finish with 133 pitches. He threw 6 there to Jarema.
A great effort. I mean, he was dominant for parts of the game and just one pitch short there at the end as Boylan smacks one through the left side and ties the game. So, you know, you're not going to ask for a better performance than that. 5 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 earned, and give you 133 pitches. And I'll turn it over and see what the bullpen can do as Misericordia has player run down to the bullpen there and possibly get ready for the 10th inning. That was number 22, Zach Mason. He's already in the game. He's going to go fire a few pitches down there and keep his arm loose just in case he has to go back out for the 10th. The pitcher for the Profs is going to be number 7, Jordan Friedman. So he'll come in and take over for Sereno.
So the runner on second will be the responsibility of Sereno. He leaves after 8 2/3, 5 runs, 3 earned, 5 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. 1 wild pitch, hit a batter.
Friedman this season. This is his 15th appearance. He has 4 saves, 2.12 earned run average, 10 walks, 9 strikeouts. Batters hitting just 155 against him. He's only given up 9 hits this season, so doesn't give up a lot of hits, but the 10 walks in 17 innings. Again, with the runners on first and second, we're only concerned about the runner on second at this point, so a walk is not going to be the worst thing in the world, at least with the first batter. But we'll see how it goes, and Parker Ubate will be the first batter to face him. Ubate singled and scored in the 3rd, reached on an air and scored in the 6th. Popped out to the catcher his last time up.
So the number 2 hitter here for Misericordia. Friedman working against Abate. Boylan, the potential winning run on second. First pitch, in there for a strike.
That pitch looked like it started behind Ubate and came back in over the inside corner.
Yeah, Abate kind of moved as though he thought it was going to hit him in the back. And it
I thought it was going to hit him in the back for about 45 feet of the 60.
Swing and a miss. Oh-2 pitch from Friedman. Down low, Abate takes it for a ball. 1-2 now. That one down in the dirt. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Hiwa there to keep that in front of him. Don't want the winning run 90 feet away.
Swinging a chopper down to third. And Mendel will just take it to the bag himself. 5-5 after 9 innings. We're heading to extras. Top-seeded Rowan and 5th-seeded Misericordia at the Mid-Atlantic Regional at Peoples Bank Park. Sean Lyden leading things off here in the top of the 10th. Zach Mason still out there for Misericordia through 19 pitches last inning when he entered the game. That's a strike to Lyden. 1-1 the count.
Lyden 2 for 4, singled in the second, Singleton scored in the fourth. He's grounded out his last 2 times up.
That one just missed. 2-1 now. Mason behind Lyden. Upstairs. Ball 3. Down the middle, strike 2. 3-2 count.
So a good pitch there from Mason there, 3-1 count.
Swinging a foul ball. Back to that temperature issue from earlier. If it's 62, everyone's who has a hood out in the stands almost has it up.
Yep.
People with sweatshirts and jackets on. Here's the pitch from Mason. Swung on and fouled away again. And that one misses. Lyons will go down the first with a leadoff walk here in the 10th. Kyle Gola will step in. Gola 1 for 2. He's also walked and sacrificed.
Yep, had a sacrifice in the second inning. Pulls that back at the last second. Good job by Gola there to pull that back, and not a good pitch for him to bunt. So 1-0.
Pulls it back again. Upstairs for ball 2.
Mason doesn't want to give him an obvious good pitch to bunt at, but at the same time, got to throw him something at some point here before you walk.
Pulls it away again. 3-0 now. Pulls it back again. Rowan tried to give up an out. Misericordia's Zach Mason issues a 4-pitch walk. So now first and second, nobody out here in the top of the 10th. Team's tied at 5.
So that's tough there that, Rowan's telling you, we'll give you an out. We're just trying to move the guy to second base. And now you got to think that he was going to be up here to do the same thing. With guys on first and second. Hasn't had a sacrifice today, but certainly someone who can probably do that for Rowan.
And he does lay one down. It's foul.
I'm sure he will get that sign again. Misericordia going to put on a different sign here perhaps and try to work something up. First baseman Holzefeld well in on the infield grass.
That one misses. 1-1. I believe it's Ginta in at catcher now. According to the live stats, that's Ginta catching. Hard to tell with the straps on the chest protector there, but if so, then Misericordia has lost the DH for the rest of the game.
Yep. Which would make sense since Smith was pinch run for there in the 9th.
Iwasho's bunt, fouled off. 2 strikes now. Pitch from Mason, bunted out in front. Lets the third baseman handle it, throws over.
Pretty good bunt there by Hiwa with 2 strikes. Tough decision there, sorry. Tough decision and able to get it down in second and third with just 1 out.
Good play there by Jarema. He and Mason kind of ran at each other. Jarema called him off and threw it over for the out. So we have second and third now with 1 out in a tie game. Infield in to cut off the run. Ginta's going to head out to the mound, call the infielders in, get everyone on the same page here.
Edwards will be the batter here for Rowan. Infield in here. The center fielder also in on the infield. So there's a outfielder in left center and outfielder in right center. See what Edwards does here.
Strike one.
So Abate is in from center. He's playing almost directly in front of the second base bag.
Swing and a miss. Ball bounces off of Ginta out in front.
So the runner on third there, Lyons, took a few steps towards home, and you heard all of the infielders yell squeeze. And now with 2 strikes, they're going to move Ubate back out to center field and get everyone back to their normal positions in the outfield anyway. The infielders are still going to be on the infield grass here with 2 strikes.
That one up high. 1-2.
Edwards this season, just 17 at bats, a 118 hitter, 2 hits, 3 runs, has 2 runs knocked in.
This one fouled away. Probably the biggest spot he's hit in this year.
Have to imagine, yes.
Fouled away again. Swung on and a ground ball. They look the runner back to third and throw across for the second out. Nice play there by Boylan, the shortstop. It's exactly what Misericordia was looking for there.
Great defensive play, certainly with the infield in. You got that on the good hop as well and able to fire that across. And now just 1 out away, and Misericordia is going to be out of this inning.
Dan Shane, the hitter.
Shane's put a pretty good charge into the last 2 balls, singled on a deep fly ball in the 7th and then flew out to left his last time up, but chased the left fielder Lyons to the warning track.
Mason misses high.
Mendel waiting on deck. He had a bases clearing double last night for Rowan.
Down low. Jarema still playing in fairly closely at third base. I think they're worried maybe a little bit about Shane.
Certainly if
one.
Yeah, certainly if one's chopped up into the air, you're going to have to rush the throw for sure. Make a good throw, good strong throw. Shane's going to get down there quickly. So anything to the left side of the infield, you got to be pretty stout defensively there to get him out.
There's a strike, 2-1 the count. And that hits him. Dan Shane gets a free trip to first base. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world. It actually sets up a force at any base.
Yep, not the worst thing in the world, but now you've got, like we mentioned, you got the guy who had this same situation last night and cleared the bases with 1 swing. So, yeah, not the worst thing in the world with 2 outs for sure, but now you can't miss it all now. No more 4-pitch walks, which we've already had 1 this inning. You're out of room. So, yes, force out for sure, but you're out of room.
Bounce that one up there and inside. Ball 1 to Mendel.
46th pitch thrown there by Mason, the reliever who came in about an inning ago for Misericordia.
That one taken for a strike, 1-1.
I think if you're Mendel, you got to take one there. He just hit Shane, and the first pitch he threw to you was in the dirt, so not a bad take there by Mendel.
Swing and a miss.
And now a nice pitch there from Mason. Mason probably thinking that Mendel may be up there looking for the walk, so let's try to fool him with an off-speed pitch, and he does.
Pitch from Mason. Swung on, fly ball into the outfield. Chases Abate back, and he puts it away. Misericordia preserves the tie. Gets out of a bases-loaded jam. They'll head to the bottom half, a chance to win it here at the Mid-Atlantic Regional. Friedman will come back out for Rowan. Needed just 5 pitches there to finish the bottom of the 9th. Tyler Holzaffel. Holzafel, 1 out of 3 with a double. First pitch from Friedman, a strike.
3-4-5 batters here for Misericordia. Can't ask for much else if you're the Cougars.
And you would figure Friedman probably much tougher on righties than lefties. Just with that funky delivery. It's going to come from behind a right-hander, but not so much for a lefty.
For sure, we saw that with Ubate there at the end of the 9th.
That one bounces up. Lefties are just 1 for 9 against Friedman. But he's faced about 50 right-handed hitters, so obviously they try not to put him out there against too many lefties. Check swing. They appeal down to third, and he went. Strike 3 to Holzafel. Irato steps in now. He's 1 for 2 in the game.
Walked and scored a run in the 6th.
First pitch strike from Friedman.
Good pitch there from Friedman right at the knees.
That one bounces up. 1-1 now the count on Irato.
Wisensee on deck for Misericordia. I'm sure he's glad to see anybody but Sereno out there on the mound. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts against Sereno.
Swinging a chop foul. Swinging a ground ball through the hole on the right side. going to be a base hit for Alec Iarado. 1 out base runner now for Misericordia. That'll bring up Weisensee. Weisensee, as you said, a rough day at the plate so far. First pitch from Friedman. This is low for a ball.
Outfielders for Rowan have him shaded to the left center side. Lots of room in the right center gap there for Weisensee if he was able to turn on one.
Pickoff throw over to first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. The throw is high. Stolen base for Iarado.
Second of the game for Iarado. Got a good jump, good play there by Edwards down at second base as he tried to leap and make the tag at the same time. Just missed him. The ball came out of his glove a bit there as well.
So now that potential winning run with 1 out stands on second. Weisensee ahead in the count, 2-0.
Second baseman Kokis on the outfield grass.
Low and inside from Friedman, now 3-0.
Again, if Weisensee can put one up over Kokis' head, it's going to roll forever. There's nobody out there in the outfield.
The 3-0 from Friedman. Swing and a ground ball. Out to second. Kokis up with it. Over to first. Does move the runner over now. 2 outs. And Iarado stands on third base as the winning run.
So they'll leave it up to Ginta here, who was the designated hitter for much of the game and has come on to catch. Had a run-scoring double in the 6th. Struck out his last time up.
He'll hit against Friedman. First pitch. In there for a strike.
Both the shortstop and the second baseman for Rowan backing up that throw back to the pitcher just in case.
Not taking any chances with the runner on third. And a ground ball cut off at third base by Mendel. The throw across. They can't come up with the scoop. And Misericordia walks it off against Rowan here in the 10th inning.
Good job by Ginta to hustle down the line. You know, a pretty routine ground ball to the third base side. But Mendel had to go a couple steps to his left. And, you know, Ginta giving it all. You maybe rush the throw a bit. And, you know, not an easy play at first base. It's a play we've seen first baseman make today in a lot of these games. But not an easy play. And, you know, bottom of the 10th, a little bit gets to you a little bit. And Misericordia on in the winner's bracket.
Goes down as a walk-off infield single there by Ginta. And he drove in Iarado, who helped his own cause by stealing second in the inning. So Misericordia, the 5 seed, beats the 4 seed yesterday, beats the 1 seed today. They're still undefeated here, 2-0, the first team to win twice here at the regional. Zach Mason will pick up the win. Jordan Freeman the loss, and actually, interesting enough, the next spot in the order would have been Zach Mason. They would have had to pinch hit for him had the game somehow not ended there with 2 outs and a runner on third.
That's correct. Now, a great job. You know, let's not be astonished when Misericordia may be playing Rowan later on in this tournament. These are two quality teams. You can tell from the entire game, all 10 innings, that we're talking about two of the high-level teams here in this regional.
And not a lot of time here between games, just a couple of quick things. Iorado and Ginta, 2 hits apiece for Misericordia. For Rowan, 2 hits for Strickland before he left the game. And 2 for Leiden, 2 walks for Gola for Rowan. And 2 walks apiece for Jerema and Iorado. So Iorado on base 4 times. He also stole 2 bases, including one there in the 10th before he scored. Mason will pick up the win. 2 innings, no runs, 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, no strikeouts. The loss will be charged to Friedman.
Yeah, Mason
Friedman
played
went
with,
one inning, gave up 1 run. It was earned on 2 hits and a strikeout.
And, you know, Mason played with a little fire there in the 10th inning, loading the bases, but able to work out of it, and he came on and pitched really, really well for Misericordia and able to keep them in the game and get a run in the 9th and then win it in the 10th.
All right, well, the next game is going to start in 18 minutes. We've got Union against Babson. Union, the 6th seed, knocked off 3rd seeded Arcadia yesterday, and Babson outlasted Catholic. Babson, the 2 seed. So we'll be back in approximately 17 minutes with the final game of the day. See you then.